The first of two here on a Monday night, the opener for these two teams as we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw right away. And incomplete on the deep ball. These fans here in Seattle getting the chance to see Russell Wilson play his first game for a franchise other than theirs. And Russell's 10 seasons in a Seahawk uniform. He won 104, 53-1 in the regular season. Threw for over 37,000 yards, almost 300 touchdowns. A Pro Bowler 9 of his 10 seasons with the Seahawks. And, of course, led them to victory over, ironically, the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl 48. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Play action. Now Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Well, anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ball game, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter, because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers downfield, and they'll hurt you with big plays.
On second and a long way to go. Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. Now Geno on first down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now Smith. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. On first down, it's Smith. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. The slot man in motion right. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 9th play of the drive coming up. It's certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. That's going to be caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Noah Fant, 29 yards. And the Seahawks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. They will run it. It's Fournette. And this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and this will remain a 7-6 ball game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. He was brought down there by Julian Love. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Okay, ready?
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Smith. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Hey, man. Come back in. Come back in. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Landry now in motion right. On 1st down, Smith. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Now Smith. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Leonard Fournette from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. The quarterback will keep it himself. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds. And this remains a 5-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Sticking with Walker on second down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jarvis Landry, 28 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work and preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
18 runners, 65 catches, 19 Lions. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Gino's going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Denver, 44 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Good defensive call right there, because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. From the gun, here's Smith. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
2nd and 10, Smith again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And this is knocked away and incomplete, but I think it was a free play. Let's check the call. A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. Wilson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They will run it. It's Fournette. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. This pass caught by Hamler. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Completes the pass to Judy on the crossing pattern. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Landry, the receiver, in motion left. They'll try for the first with Walker. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Here we go on 4th. Smith. He tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Here's Wilson. His throw incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was something, and it wasn't good. In one play, you've gone from being in the red zone to maybe out of field goal range. Totally inexcusable.
The kick by McManus is good, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson.
That caught by Manhurts. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And this one too low.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Play action. Now Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing again here. Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. A beautiful spin and room to run. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And going right back to Hamler. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. K.J. Hamler. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Wilson going to throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And going right back to Walker. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
They'll try the air now with Smith. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. 20, 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over?
Walker hit and the ball is out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They go play action now. Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. A big play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. They'll try and throw for it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's got room. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
65 catch, 65 catch.
Here's Smith. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on two-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on two-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to... He's got a man, complete! And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Play action. It's Wilson. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal. Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken way up at the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Smith. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Geno on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Flush to his right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Lock it in motion right. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Geno now to throw. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw is Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. Touchdown! Noah Fant with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Seahawks have taken a 4th quarter lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Gino's going to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. So that pushes the lead up to 4. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Kobe Bryant, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Straight ahead, Walker. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. They will run it. It's Fournette. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Wilson to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back in his own 6-yard line. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long. As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into.
And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Broncos. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
Getting down to the end of this one here, Charles. That touchdown, though, gives them a glimmer of hope.
Without a doubt, because all had appeared lost, but that touchdown puts them right back in it with plenty of hope and a little more optimism.
Here's Wilson. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Smith. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Smith. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like the memory was a little too long there.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. One last shot for Wilson. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, partner, that'll do it. You know, these week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.